Oh, hello.
Hi.
It's Charming Disaster, and we are so glad to be with you finally, once again, for a brand new episode of the Quarantine Livestream. And this episode is sponsored, that's right, by...
That's Wendt.Art.
Wendt.Art. Let's see, we can see people starting to tune in. We see Fred, and we see Sue Ellen. We see Mike and Daniel and Pammy in Australia. We see Simon and Eve and Katie and Gabe and Danielle. We see Peter and Tim and Sarah and Matt and Catherine. Oh, and Jonathan Wendt. Jonathan Wendt of Wendt.Art is here in the comments. That's right. This show is sponsored by Wendt.Art. We're going to talk more about that.
It's very exciting to be sponsored, finally.
Finally, our dream come true. So welcome, everyone. Oh, and there's Melissa. Okay, we will keep on saying, Carol, we'll keep on greeting you as we see you coming in. So sponsorship, what
does that even mean?
What does this new frontier involve exactly?
Tell me.
Okay, well, all right. So when you sponsor a Charming Disaster quarantine live stream, it involves a few things. Mainly glory. Glory is the main benefit that we can offer. Fame, similar to glory.
Yeah, but
you get a hand in our cocktail selection, as well as our song selection. And we talk a bit about our sponsor and what they do.
Yeah, what they do.
So buckle up, get comfy.
Strap in.
Get
strapped in.
All right, we have some more people who have joined us. We see Karen. We see Eden. We see, I saw somebody else come in. Oh, I saw Carrie for a second. Oh, there's Carrie. We see Jamie. Carrie. We see Kimberly and Charlotte and David. We're so glad that you're all with us again. If this is your first quarantine live stream, would you just let us know in the comments? Raise your hand, and your fellow viewers can do the hazing rituals.
Not hazing.
No, they're welcome. It's like a welcome wagon.
Welcome hazing.
So if you're new to the Charming Disasters quarantine live stream, this is a donation-based show.
Oh, wow.
A donation-based show means if you are in a position to support the show financially, then there are a few great ways to do that. You can do Venmo. You can do, we don't have mirroring on, so it's really hard. We can do PayPal. Today is Bandcamp Friday.
Ooh, we can do that.
Which means you can get some music or merch and know that all of your purchase goes to the artists that you want to support. And we also have a Patreon, which
is brand new.
And we're going to talk more about that later on. I see a question in the chat. Brian wants to know, how do I raise my hand? That is how you put your comment in the chat, and our minion who is pulling the levers behind the scenes can pop you.
And you can also wave your hand wherever you are.
We won't be able to see you,
but that's part of the fun.
So some links are dropped in the chat for you to. That should just be all one thing, minion.
Yeah, it's like all caps. That's like yelling.
Yeah,
at people.
We're just gonna drop that whole thing in the chat as one single thing, like we always do. Yeah. All right. So there's how you can do that. So it's been a while since we have done this.
Yeah, because I was sick last time.
And I was sick the time before that, and we were on tour, and I feel like it's been a long time since we were all here together. I'm
a little rusty, is that what you're saying?
Well, a little rusty. We need to
sponsored by Wendt.
Sponsored by Wendt.Art.
It's very important.
Yes, it is very important. And also, we have certain rituals that we like to observe at the top of the show.
Oh, yeah.
But
are we ready for those?
Yeah, I'm getting into the zone. I encourage everybody to get into the.
We're in the zone.
We're in the zone. Yes. Okay. Oh God, don't get sucked in there.
Whew.
We like to open the show by drawing a tarot card to kind of set the tone.
Draw with our hands?
No.
Draw with a robot arm? No.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
So hit the tarot
today our card is the Ace of Pentacles.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's nice, that disembodied hand. The Ace of Pentacles. Aces are generally like a new venture or a new beginning. And the Pentacles, well, I think that's pretty self-explanatory, really.
It's pentacles.
Yeah.
This is from
sometimes called coins.
Sometimes called coins. This is from the Todd Alcott deck, the Pulp Tarot, which is super fun.
It's really great.
Let's
And
go back to here.
Yeah,
we've been playing with this one a lot lately. So yeah, each of the images are kind of inspired by or kind of copied from pulp book covers and stuff. So it's really cool.
But they also are strongly quoting the Pamela Coleman Smith deck. Yes. Oh, important question. Charlotte wants to know, how is the mustache growing?
Good question.
How is it going?
It's going very slowly right now because I'm holding off on the big push until after the photo shoot that we have coming up in like a week, I think.
Yeah, it's like a week and a half.
Yeah. So after that, then I'm really gonna just focus all my
energies,
my pillatory energy.
Pillatory. Yeah.
On that upper lip, and you will know. But thank you for asking.
Yeah, and we have several live streams scheduled for after this mustache growing project begins. Yeah, so I will have mustache reports as we did in times of yore. Mm-hmm. Oh, look, it's Betsy. Hi, Betsy. We met Betsy at when we played the Dresden Dolls show just a few weeks ago. They're out in Tucson. Cool. Let's see. Any other questions before we move on? No. Okay. Oh yeah. Tim wants to know, can't you just CGI it away for the shoot? Probably, but like we're really trying to work in camera for this shoot. Right. Yeah. Practical effects.
Practical effects only for this. Mm-hmm. It's a low budget photo shoot. Really, we don't have enough money for CGI.
It's not that low.
I mean, it's not CGI budget.
Yeah. There's no like dinosaurs.
Exactly.
But maybe next time.
Just us.
Yeah. Well, are there other opening rituals that we're forgetting about before we just like launch right in?
I think this is all part of the opening ritual. This kind of
part where we're like
mumbling,
what's happening again? All right, let's play the nice people a song. Don't you think?
I think they deserve it.
All right.
All right, get ready. Oh yeah.
The devil can run, the devil can hide in the tiny details or the morning sky. The devil's a star, and he's got a new band. He plays the guitar with his idle hands. The devil is born in the deep blue sea. He's got my number and he's calling me. There's nothing to say, so we talk of old times when he had his wings and I had mine. Take it from me, 'cause I ought to know. You got a right to get in trouble. Freedom to rise and freedom to fall. You got a right to get in trouble. The devil you love is the devil you knew. The devil you know is an empty suit. Nobody to tempt and nobody to save. Just predestination and DNA. The devil can't help, though the devil may care. The devil makes free when we're standing here. The devil can deal any hand you choose. Damned if you don't, damned if you do. Take it from me, 'cause I ought to know. You got a right to get in trouble. Freedom to rise and freedom to fall. You got a right to get in trouble.
vacation and not come back. Lie on the beach and work on his tan. Write all our names on a grain of sand. Take it from me, 'cause I ought to know. You got a right to get in trouble. Freedom to rise, some freedom to fall. You got a right to get in trouble. Take it from me, 'cause I ought to know. You got a right to get in trouble. Freedom to rise and freedom to fall. You got a right to get in trouble. You got a right to get in trouble. You got a right to get in trouble. Yes, there was a little sulfur that came up with that song, and it caused me to cough.
Well, I'm glad you just get it all out. Get the out with the bad and in with the good. That was Devil May Care from our album Spells and Rituals. And Minion, if you want to drop a link to that into the chat so people can find that, that's always
what we do.
For your sympathetic devil needs.
I could use a drink to kind of clear my
you seem a little parched.
I'm a little parched.
All right. Well, in that case, I have a very important question for you, as well as for all of you out there. And that question is, what are we drinking? We mentioned earlier that the sponsor of this show, which is Wendt.Art, that's right, gets to choose the cocktail. And Jonathan Wendt of Wendt.Art, he suggested a Tom Collins. Now, a Tom Collins is a great cocktail. I love a Tom Collins.
I do too.
But we had to make a couple of substitutions. So a Tom Collins, as you probably know, is gin with lemon juice and simple syrup and club soda. But we didn't have any club soda. But we do have
tonic water,
which contains quinine, which is good in case that causes malaria.
Yeah, that's right.
And we also didn't have simple syrup or lemon juice.
Oh, we have lemon.
We do have lemons. That's like the substitution.
Yeah.
Or gin.
We have vodka.
So what we're drinking
is a vodka Collins.
Vodka tonic.
It's
a vodka tonic. Yeah. But we tried.
We tried.
And Jonathan, this
is for you.
For you. Oh yeah, let's pop some of those what are we drinking drinks up on the screen so everybody can see.
What are the other hot buttered rum?
Oh, hot buttered rum. Classy. Lime seltzer,
delicious. Great Lakes Brewery, Blackout Stout.
Oh, I like a stout this time of year. Pink Grapefruit and Hendrick's Gin. Oh, that sounds really good. This is not bad. The
red wine. As you're drinking red wine.
Tom Collins sounded like a rival of Aleister Crowley. Yes, Tom Collins with his
damn you, Tom Collins,
wizard staff and his arcane symbols and his refreshing beverage.
Simple syrups. This is delicious.
Oh, Richard is tuned in from Reading, PA. Nice to see you, Richard.
Hey.
It's so nice to see all of your names, and it's just like it's this fun combination of people we've met in real life who have now come into this virtual world with us, and or people we met in this virtual world who we have subsequently met out in the real world, or possibly not yet. But that is in the future, probably.
Yes. It's a good thing we built that time machine because it just makes things a lot easier.
Yeah, time management. We have tips. Jonathan says, and the excuse to drink it was to visit your friend Tom Collins.
I like this.
That's a good excuse. I feel like this could impair some of our later songs, perhaps. We'll see.
Oh yeah, I think the quinine will protect us.
Yeah, the quinine's going to be great. So speaking of quinine, there is a cool property of quinine that we wanted to share with you. So tonic water contains a little bit of quinine, and that's part of the history of tonic water and the cocktail as well, is that it was an anti-malarial remedy. And quinine fluoresces.
Hit the button. All right, so this is under normal light, and this is under special black light. Look at that. It glows.
Not as much as the paper underneath.
Yeah, everything seems to glow.
Yeah, but it does.
Look at that.
Look at that. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it's science.
Science.
Yeah, and we just have black light stuff hanging around.
Yeah, I was supposed to bring the black light flashlight, but I left it at my house, so
it's fine.
I'm curious, who owns a black light flashlight here and why? Like, options include searching for uranium glass at antique stores, looking for cat pee, and I don't know what the other reasons you'd have one would be.
If you have a cool blacklight poster.
Sure, yeah, you got a blacklight poster.
Or you got some cool.
Or like you like to just sort of do like home like discotheque kind of.
Yeah, stuff. Or you go to Burning Man and you have some face paints and you're just trying to get it right.
You're right. There's a lot of good reasons to have a blacklight.
Yeah, but why do you have a blacklight? Please let us know.
Yeah. Yep, that is it. Oh, sorry. I'm going to let you do it, Minion. My hand is off the thing. For blacklight art I make using normally invisible ink. Yeah.
Yeah, we do that too.
That is a good reason. Yeah. Why? Yeah. I don't know why you don't own one. That would be a good merch item, wouldn't it?
Oh,
Charming Disaster branded blacklight flashlights. Right. Searching. Yep. Okay. It's not just for cat pee. It's for any kind of pee.
Any kind of pee.
Yeah. Sure, looking for murder clues. Yeah, there's lots. There's so many good reasons to have one.
Scorpions.
Oh, I forgot. Yes, scorpions also glow under blacklight. As do radium deposit. Oh, that's amazing. That's like all the things I like. Is cats who've been irradiated with radium.
I like day glow hula hoops.
Yeah. All right. I'm so glad I asked this question because like. The lime to combat scurvy, the quinine to combat malaria, and the gin to combat boredom.
Look at that. Triple threat.
Wow. It's working. It's working for me. I'm not bored at all. And my scurvy is definitely clearing up.
Yeah, my malaria is totally bad.
Yeah, creeping yourself out by checking out your hotel bed.
Do that.
You don't want to know. All right. Well, I'm so glad that we had this conversation.
Yeah. All right. So let's get some black light merch items.
All right. We'll work on that. Speaking of, I think we should play our next song.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that glow.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
I'm doing a segue. I'm doing a clever segue to our next song. That was also requested by our sponsor, Jonathan Wendt of Wendt.Art.
Yeah, not Segway. It's not our sponsor.
No. This song is called "A Glow About Her." It comes from our latest album, Our Lady of Radium, which you can find in all the places.
This is gonna be great, right? Oh, see.
Oh, it starts on the F.
Yeah,
I remember now.
F.
Did you hear about the scandal? Did you read the paper? She can't be a natural woman, just for wife and children. His wife tried to save her honor, published their love letter, stolen right from the apartment by the hired detective. Her friends thought she would mourn forever. Then one night she came to dinner with a flower at her waistline and a glow about her. Everyone knew he was unhappy. His wife had a violent temper, beat him with a wooden sheer leg with a holy terror. He's
Tools over the slant, fought with swords and didn't have a leg to stand on. It was clear as crystal. Did they think no one would notice? They had no discretion. It was right under our noses, never any question.
Her friends thought she would mourn forever.
Then one night she came to dinner with a flower at her waistline and a glow about her.
Everyone knew he was unhappy. His wife had a violent temper. Beat him with a word and share like what a holy terror. These days, come walk away with me from all this tawdry chatter. I'll fight them all for you. We are the only two that matter. If we could only stay here in our little sanctuary, I'll hold you in my arms, but I can't keep this world at bay.
I have done nothing that should cause my work to be diminished. I found a love when I thought love was gone and life was finished. Dragged through the mud, my name, my private face, my reputation. I will not run, I choose to risk my life and my position. These days, did you hear about the sword? Did you read the
Didn't have a leg to stand on, it was clear as crystal. Did they think no one would notice they had no discretion? It was right under our nose and never any question. Did you hear about the sin? Did you read the
fought with swords and pistols? Didn't have a leg to stand on, it was clear as crystal. Did they think no one
stolen
would
their
notice
love
they had
letters,
no
stolen right from the apartment by the high detective. Come walk away with me from all this tawdry chatter. I'll fight them all for you. We are the only two that matter. Did you
I have done nothing that could cause my work to be diminished.
His wife tried to save her honor, but was there the
when I thought
stolen
love
right
was
from the
gone
apartment by
and
the
life
high
was
detective.
finished. Dragged through the mud, my name, my private face, my reputation. I will not run, I choose to risk my life and my position. These days, friends thought she would mourn forever. Then one night she came to dinner with a flower at her waistline and a glow about her. Oh, there's a lot going on in that song.
There's a lot of words to remember,
Yeah.
and when to do them at the
Mhm.
same time. You're doing a different
Yeah.
one.
So when that was a song that I think that was the last song we wrote for the album.
Yeah.
And we wrote it not as a performance piece, but as like a recording piece. And then we realized we were gonna have to perform it live.
Like, oh crap.
Yeah, we're like, oh no, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
But it turns out it's like the most fun one to play because of all the overlapping stuff. But it's also like an exercise in concentration. Like I cannot look over to the comments or I get lost.
Exactly. That's good.
Oh, and here's a fun fact about the recording. There is a hit that is supposed to be a gunshot.
Because there's a duel. Get it? Duels,
gunshots. Yeah. So like the snare hit is like it's supposed to be the gunshot if you listen to it.
Yeah.
Oh, how does one sponsor a quarantine live stream? That's a great question. Yeah. Well, currently the answer is to have supported our recent Kickstarter campaign at the sponsor a quarantine live stream level, which was one of our higher levels. So we're so grateful to our sponsors, including Wendt.Art,
Yeah, Wendt.Art.
For supporting our project and giving us a chance to like cross promote their work, because Jonathan's work is very cool. We're going to talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you're interested in sponsoring a quarantine live stream, as with all things, the answer is to email the secretary.
Mm-hmm.
And there's secretary at charmingdisaster.com. And please send us your inquiries, and we will discuss them, or the secretary
will tell us what to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she knows all the things.
She knows.
So let's talk about our sponsor. Are you needing a little I will.
I'll be fine.
So let's talk about our sponsor. Jonathan Wendt is a generative plotter artist, which you will find out in a second what that means. Based here in New York City, who creates art pieces using, get this, a robotic arm. Is it attached to his body?
Perhaps.
We don't know. So he uses a robotic arm, code that he writes, and sometimes AI. Although when we were writing this down earlier, Jeff was looking at like what we wrote down, and he was like, Al.
Sometimes Al.
Who's Al?
Looks like Al. But it's okay. He just sent us this process video for the brand piece.
For a brand new piece.
Brand new piece. See, I can't read anymore.
Inspired by
my malaria is good.
So Jonathan just sent us a process video for a brand new piece that he just created with the robot. And the piece is inspired by our song Baba Yaga, and it's called wait, I know what it's called. It's called Mistress of the Borderlands, which is a line from our song. Minion, let's roll the video so everybody can see.
And we're gonna do a soundtrack for it. Look at that! Isn't that cool?
It's so cool. So it's kind of digital. It's kind of analog, because the robot is actually drawing with ink pens. And Jonathan uses all different kinds of inks for this work.
Yeah, the 0.3 millimeter Rotring isograph pens filled with light gray, dark gray, and black inks.
And and so some fun stats about this particular work. The robot arm had to lift the pens 5,722 times while drawing 1,994.1 feet of lines.
It's a lot of feet.
And how long did it take?
4 hours and 57 minutes. Look at that. Isn't that cool?
And there she is, the mistress of the Borderlands.
Yes, playing the ukulele.
As
every Borderland
yeah, as a Borderland mistress, I can tell you that. Oh, look, it's a doggy.
That is a real dog, not a robot.
That is Jonathan and Jamie's dog, Topanga, who I have met, and is a very sweet dog. So there you have it, Mistress of the Borderlands. Yes, as a ukulele playing Mistress of the Borderlands myself, I can attest to the utility of a ukulele in those situations. So Jonathan is in the chat over in YouTube. So if you like burning questions, like we can pop them on screen. For Jonathan. But also we want to share some links, because if you want to find out more about Jonathan and his work, there are several convenient ways to do that. Yes. Jonathan has a website, which we're dropping a link for that into the chat. Jonathan also has an Instagram with Dryden. I strongly encourage you all to go and follow his Instagram, because he does a lot of like videos like this, which are just mesmerizing to watch. And Jonathan also has a Patreon for Wendt.Art. And if you are interested in supporting in a more sustained way, that is an option as well. And if you have holiday gift giving crises looming, he does do commissions as well. And
that's
you can
really cool.
Yeah. So you can reach him through his website. You can email him at there's an email in the
to show the portraits.
Oh yeah, we forgot about the portraits, right? Where are those?
Where are they? Here, So he does portraits of people and pets. Look at that cool.
It's so cool. I love that one. It's really cool. And then this one was inspired by another one of our songs, "Devil May Care," which we played at the top of the show.
This one's called "When He Had His Wings."
When He Had His Wings.
So cool. So
thank you so much, Jonathan and Jamie, for Jamie is Jonathan's partner, and she and I are in another band together, which is the Funk Brass Band, which is another story for another time. Yeah, so they're the best. Definitely check out Jonathan's.
We've been very inspired, and we also have a robot arm to draw portraits and stuff.
Oh my God, look at that. It's wow. That is.
Wait, don't stand still. Don't move.
Oh, is that my portrait?
Might be.
How long is this gonna take, you think?
It's like 4.75 hours, maybe.
Wow.
This is just the first layer.
This robotic arm doesn't seem as sophisticated as the other robotic arm.
It's a beta.
It's like a prototype. Yeah. Are you like writing?
I'm writing the code for it right now.
Yeah. Wow. That is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we got a couple more hours, and your portrait will be.
Oh, I just
there.
I cannot wait to see how it comes out.
Yeah, there you are, smiling.
Wow.
I know this is just the beta. I know you don't.
It's a pretty strong resemblance already. I think your robotic arm is got a lot of talent, a lot of raw talent there.
There's some kinks I got to work out. But I'm not the one to do your portrait for you. Go to Wendt.Art.
Oh yeah, this art is not for sale.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, I feel like we ought to play another song.
Yeah, let's explore.
The Mistress of the Borderlands. Have you seen it in the glen? Cottage up on chicken legs. Better hope that she ain't home. She'll suck the marrow from your bone. Sweet old lady, she is not. Stick you in her stewing pot. Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga. Wise old crone, a wicked witch. Got a broom, a silver birch. She might give you what you need. I'ma need a poppy seed. Swing my way, I'll trace a drag. You don't want her coming back. Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga. Country girls are merchant sons. What's the reason you have come? Like some culture or free will. Brought you by my spinning wheel. Singing apples made of gold. Ask my sister, she would know. Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga.
Turn your comb into a forest when it's time for you to flee. Your kerchief to a river, your mirror to the sea. With her mortar and her pestle, she will follow close behind. You are spinning on her spindle, she'll unravel you in time.
Lives behind a fence of skulls.
There's a room for just one more.
Served by disembodied hands.
Mistress of the borderland.
Bony leg and iron teeth. Give her something good to eat. Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga. I'm just listening to see if anybody in this studio feels it's making sounds of alarm, but I think everything's fine.
It's fine. Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga, Mistress of the Borderlands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she plays ukulele.
Who doesn't? It's a very popular instrument.
It's true. I mean, not everyone plays ukulele.
I've popularized it a little bit. You know.
You have you?
I don't.
Or
haven't I?
Have you? Yeah, it's all right. Yes, everyone gets ukuleles for the holidays.
Oh, that would be nice. Well,
don't do it.
We do have some other rituals that we like to observe on this show. And one of them is a very special time indeed.
Oh, yeah.
A time that we cherish, a time that is dear to our hearts.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, of course, mailbag time.
Whoa, look at that crazy graphic.
No, look at that overlay. That's new. That's an innovation. New people, we've gone without that up until now.
Yeah. Yeah, this is totally new. This is
yeah. Let's put that up just one more time. Mailbag time.
All right.
There we go.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it just looks so
Okay.
good. Yeah. All right.
1, 2, 3, 4. Parcel, post a letter. Drop us a line. We'll open it together at mailbag time. Send a picture, postcard, or a bottle of wine. We'll open it together at mailbag time. Send a paper aeroplane, don't have to fly. We'll open it together at mailbag time. Send a paper postcard, your own design. We'll open it together at mailbag time.
Well, we have gotten some fun packages in
yes.
the mail, and we are very excited to open them and find out what's inside.
This comes from Shauna McGinnis, and it is a copy of her exciting new book. I'm very excited to read this.
The Klein
Girls. Thank you, Shauna.
And who do you think made the cover art?
I don't know. Is it Sue Saz?
It is Sue Saz.
Look at that. Sue Saz, a regular artist contributor here. It's so great when people come together like that.
It
makes me so happy.
It makes us so happy. So Shauna, the author of this book, and Sue, the illustrator of the cover, met through this live stream and now are collaborating artistically, which just makes me so happy. There's Shauna. Hi, Shauna. So thank you, Shauna. We're looking forward to reading your new book.
Very excited. Oh, look, and something. Speak of the devil.
Oh, speak of the devil. We were speaking of the devil. Oh, Charlotte wants to know, how do you send us mail? The answer to that is also email the secretary, and the secretary will direct you and answer your needs.
This is artwork from Sue. It's her monthly calendar that she sent in. It's so cool for December.
Oh, I love it.
Yes.
Rolling you both in a rug of love and good wishes, good health, and cultural enrichment. Oh, those are good wishes.
Those are all good.
Happy holidays, dear Jeff and Talia, with love. Oh, so lovely.
Thank you, Sue.
Thank you. So now we have the complete set of 2022 calendar postcards.
Year.
Yep. She sent us one.
Yes, we have them up on our magic door.
Yes. All of the cards and postcards and paper ephemera that you all send us, we have this big metal door on the. Oh yeah, we can show you. We have a webcam. Yeah, I'll switch it over. Oh. Yeah. So there it is. Yeah, we look at this stuff all the time, and it's right before our eyes as we are doing this live stream. Lest you think that you are ever far from our thoughts.
Oh yeah, we look at it all the time.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, here's some more.
All right, what else have we got?
This comes from Madame Onsa. Oh, we can't see it. It's magical.
Oh, here, put it in the tarot cam.
Oh, the tarot cam is okay. Woo!
Ooh.
And it's a little early Krampus cheer and lovely.
Oh,
Krampus
that's
art
so cool. That's so
from
great.
Madame Onsa.
Oh, I love it. So Madame Onsa is a friend, a performer, a collaborator,
An author,
a producer of festivals
Yes.
and other things. And
hardest working woman in show
hardest
business.
working woman in show business. That's true. And she does this amazing paper cut art. She's also one of the contributors to our Oracle deck that we're in the process of making, as is Susan Sass. So it's all, I feel like it's all coming together.
It's all coming together.
Thank you, Onsa. We love it.
Yes.
And we have some other art by Onsa up on the wall over there. She made some Baba Yaga paper cuts. I know we do need a second door, or we're gonna have to like archive this year's door and start over.
Yeah, I think that's what we do
2023.
after the holidays. We kind of cull it down a little bit.
And then we bury it in a lead box under the foundation of the house.
We have to get the lead box out, but we do archive it all. Okay, this comes from Catherine Bowen.
Catherine Bowen. Oh, and there's a great sticker on the box. Can we put the tarot cam on that?
Yes, we can. Look at that.
All right, other way. No, not that.
I don't try not to. It's hard. There we go.
Be good or beware. The Krampus.
The Krampus. There we go.
So what is in the mystery box?
What
from
is in the mystery
Bowen?
box?
Some foam padding.
Ooh,
Some tissue paper.
some more foam padding.
Okay. All right. There are some mysterious parcels enclosed.
Okay. Ooh. Oh.
Ooh. It's a little box with a very sinister looking card.
This one says.
Oh, this one, yeah.
Oh, look at that.
They're labeled. Oh, so it's like a vintage baby
Krampus.
and Krampus postcard. That is very sinister. And it says, "This one Krampus," which is what you say. Yeah. Oh my gosh. What's you know what's in mine? A tiny black light flashlight.
Amazing.
Catherine Bowen has a certain ESP, preternatural ability to know what is. Did yours also come with a black light flashlight?
No, these
yes,
are.
It did.
Oh,
yes,
did
it? Did.
Oh, look at that. Oh, these are cufflinks. These are beautiful.
And I bet that's uranium glass.
Beautiful. Looks like uranium glass.
And I got a pair of earrings that are. These are so beautiful. And
look at them glowing.
All right, hold on. Let me get them in.
Like fireflies. Oh God, that's so cool.
Oh my gosh, they're like fireflies and they glow. That is so cool. Thank you, Catherine.
Thank you.
They are splendid. They are so splendid.
Really
you
beautiful.
Needed new cufflinks.
I sure did. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That is, we will cherish these. And there's one other thing. Oh, I love this. This makes me so happy. So remember how we were talking about Madame Onsa and her amazing artwork? Catherine sent us Madame Onsa's Yuletide Monsters Advent Calendar. It's like the universe is starting to eat itself.
Like an
it's
origami.
like a giant Ouroboros.
Origami Ouroboros.
Oh yeah, Yuletide Monsters Advent Calendar. Oh, and I think we can open the first couple doors, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that how these work? I'm a Jew, so we never had an Advent calendar. But
so go to one.
All right, where's one?
There's two.
There's two. Well, today's the second. Where's one?
There's one.
Okay. All right, you do one. Oh, it's a tiny monster. It's so cute.
The Jola Brutin is a brave person. Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, cool. Okay. And a brave person.
Oh.
This one says, Knecht Ruprecht. And there's like a guy with a bag and a staff menacing a little boy.
Yay.
Yay.
This is amazing.
It's amazing. And there are some envelopes within as well. This is so lovely. And if you go to yuletidemonsters.com, you too could have an advent calendar of your very own.
Oh my God.
Oh, and this splendid Krampus card as well. Merry Krampus, you naughty brat.
You naughty brat.
Aww. To our favorite disasters, Krampus and his wife, Cramps.
Oh, how wonderful.
That is so wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And I got, I guess that's yeah, I also got a Hanukkah card. Happy Hanukkah from Robo Rabbi. I appreciate this. The connection between robots and Hanukkah is not widely known, but I think it's worthy of more attention.
It's true.
It's all about oil, you know.
Oil keeping the miracle happening. All right.
We are so grateful for the tokens the treasures that you send us. And also it's really fun to get stuff in the mail that is fun things to get in the mail. Mailbag time. It's great. We also like to send mail. It goes both ways. Oh, that's what December 2nd says in German. Okay. Thank you, Charlotte, for the translation.
Okay. Great. Wow. What do we do now? Is it time for another song?
We are going to do another song. Yep, that's right.
All right. It's time. I think it's time to do a brand new song.
A brand new song.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. We have been working on a few new songs.
Yeah.
And this one we have not played yet for anyone except for Minion when we were doing a sound check earlier. So we had to hear it first. The song is inspired by something that Carrie Alexandria Castor sent us in a postcard.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember exactly what it was, Carrie. You said something like, it was something about like bringing in the darkness. And then you said, well, you're like, we don't need help to welcome the dark.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning like you, our listeners, are familiar. You live somewhat in the darkness. And I was struck. We were struck by that phrase. We don't need help. Thank you, Carrie. We don't need any help calling in the darkness. So that sparked something, and this is where it ended up. It's called Beautiful Night.
We don't need help to welcome the dark. The darkness knows right where to find us. The sun may be hung at the top of its arc, but our shadows are streaming behind us. And if it's a curse, it could be worse. And if it's the side, it's a beautiful night. We all learn how to move through the dark. We follow the infrared glow of warm-blooded ghosts that have stolen our hearts and show us which way we should go. And if it's not fair, we don't despair. And if there's no light, it's a beautiful night. This is how we try to look on the bright side. It can be hard to see in the dark, but we can sit still as we practice the arts of music and echolocation. And if it's a gift, we can't resist. And if it's not fair, we don't despair. And if it's a curse, it could be worse. Yeah, it's all alright. It's a beautiful night.
All right, work in progress.
Work in progress, but I mean, it's not really work in progress. It's just the execution of
Execution
it
is the work in progress.
Yeah, the
But
song
yeah,
is
the
done.
song is done. Thank
So,
you all for
thank you for
indulging us. in
helping
this.
break the ice on that
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
It's in the world now.
Yeah, it's in the world.
Yeah.
Hearts have been broken.
Hearts have been broken. They sure have. Thank you, Carrie, and thank you for sparking that.
Yeah,
Carrie is actually 2 for 2.
I know.
Because Haunted Lighthouse also was from it. But you know what it is? Carrie sends us a lot of postcards, and some of them contain really great
imagery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Exciting announcement time.
Oh, this is exciting announcement time. EXT.
So we mentioned it earlier in a kind of offhand way, but we just launched a Patreon for Charming Disaster. And
oh my God, what is that?
Oh my God, what is a Patreon? A Patreon is it's an ongoing crowdfunding platform. So it's like a subscription. And in our case, what it means is you can sign up to support our work for an amount of your choosing. That is a monthly thing. And in exchange, we are going to share some stuff in Patreon that is like kind of works in progress, exclusive stuff that is not really ready for the wider world, but we think will be cool for people who are fans of
interested in the process and seeing how we work on stuff and the behind the scenes stuff, and like maybe advance notice of certain things that are happening.
Yeah. So we've been thinking about this for a long time, and one of the questions on our minds was, how does this relate to the Society of the Mysterious Hand? If you're watching this live stream, chances are you are in the Society of the Mysterious Hand. If you're not in the Society of the Mysterious Hand, Society is our cult. We started it during the pandemic. We weren't really sure what it was going to turn into, but what it has turned into is a very wonderful community of people who we have seen like make friends with each other, and it's like it's the fan club, but it's not just about us. Like it's really about like everybody sort of connecting. It currently exists in 2 places. It exists on Facebook in a Facebook group where people share like weird memes and like make weird travel plans and buy taxidermy and like hire each other to like make book covers for their like it's a wonderful thing. And there's also a Discord server for folks who are not on Facebook.
And also there's special merch that only Society members can get.
That's true.
There's cards. You can be a card carrying member.
Yeah.
There's stickers and other things. And
so the Society is like a special thing. And if you're like very into our work and or want to hang out with other weird kind people, like the Society is a really lovely way to do that, it turns out. So the Patreon is not a substitute or replacement for the Society. The Patreon is more like it's between us and you. It's like if you want to support what we're doing in a more sustained way, it helps us a lot to be able to predict with some more predictability how our artist finances work. Depend like whether or not we're touring and whether or not
we're always really busy, but sometimes that is not an forward facing kind of busyness. We're working on behind the scenes
writing
stuff.
songs or so anyway, so that's the Patreon. We really feel strongly about not wanting to gatekeep based on financial means. So all of the levels of support in the Patreon get you the same thing. Like there's no like VIP tier if you happen to have a lot of money. There's not a free tier because Patreon doesn't let you do that. So we have a $1 tier. So if you're like, I would join if it was free, like you can do the $1 tier and then you'll like have access to like absolutely everything that's in the Patreon. And if you're like, oh, I've got lots of like spare money lying around, like let's give it to Charming Disaster, like you could do that too. But it's really up to you, and like you'll get the same.
And you can change that month by month too. If you're like, oh, I'm on the $3 level, I want to kind of strap this month, you can go down to the $1 level and vice versa.
So if anybody has questions about it, like we really like we want this to be a conversation, and like if there's stuff that you're especially interested in seeing in a Patreon, like we're interested in like what kind of stuff you would want to see. Our hope is that if you're in the society, you will get into the Patreon at like whatever level you're comfortable with, just so that you don't miss anything. We're going to be like sharing some cool stuff there. And our hope is that if you're in the Patreon, we will let you know about the society so that you, there will hopefully be some interesting cross-pollination. If folks have questions, like, again, you can always email the secretary. And
we're still figuring it out. You know, it might change over the months and stuff as we fine tune it, but this is kind of where we're at right now. And I think your questions and feedback is super important, you know.
Yeah. And yes, do what Tony says and subscribe responsibly. And also thank you so much to all this. So we did a sort of like soft launch yesterday or the day before where we let the society know that we were launching the Patreon, and a lot of people signed up already. And so if you are already in the Patreon, thank you so much. We are so touched by your support, and like all of your support, like in all the ways that you
just by being here is super helpful and super supportive.
So like this live stream series, like it is a donation based show, like, and you know, we want everybody to feel like they are giving or getting as they need.
And Mike, this is just for you. You know, you don't have to be on Facebook to be in the Society of the Mysterious Hand. There's a Discord server. There's a Discord server. So you can kind of get around the Facebook thing. A lot of people don't like Facebook, and
and someday it's all going to burn down, and so so it's good to have the backup. Mike, if you want to know about how to get into the other thing, email the secretary. Send an email to secretary@charmingdisaster.com, and like we'll send you the links, and that goes for everybody. How did you miss the Discord? It's there's a lot going on. Probably you missed it because the social media algorithms hide a lot of stuff. And we're all busy and have full inboxes. So all right, I'm just gonna glance at the comments to see if anybody has questions we want to answer. Otherwise, we're gonna move on to playing you some more music. Let's see. Oh, testimonial for the society. Pleased to find like-minded people who are also up to pay a small blood tithe. Yeah, that's true. Thanks, Carrie. All right. Cool. Great.
All right.
Okay. All right. So that was the talk.
That was the talk.
The Patreon talk. We hope you get in there. We have some cool stuff that's been sitting in the archives. We're gonna post there, and you'll see songs getting born. It's like seeing like stars getting born, like in the nebulae, like yeah,
that's like that. It's just like that.
And speaking of that, this show is all sponsored by Wendt.Art. And we do encourage you to continue to check out Wendt.Art.
Because not anyone can have a robot.
No, it's harder than it looks to have a robot arm that draws amazing pictures, it turns out. Okay, so
is it time?
I think it's time.
Let's do this.
Another new song. To play for you. This is the nuclear fusion moment happening.
Wait, what is happening?
Somebody commented. Fusion? Oh yeah, here we put it on screen so everybody knows what I just said. Yes.
All right, we're with it.
All right. Do you think it's more fun for them to go into the song cold, or do you think it's more fun for us to tell them a couple of things?
Let's play the song and then tell them.
Okay.
And then, right? I know.
Yeah, because you can never hear the song. Once you know,
you can never
unknow.
unknow.
So we're gonna play it for you without telling you the backstory, and then we'll tell you the backstory.
And you won't be surprised about the
Yeah,
subject matter. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Can you read?
Yeah, I'm off book. It's fine.
I don't know. I'll just follow this. Okay. Do you know B minor?
I sure do. Do you hear the motor running?
Pilot light went out.
Who left the gas on?
Is it just the television?
Whispers in the dark. Another night of bad dreams. You can hear the restless spirits.
Feel a sense of dread.
What's in the basement?
Take a dizzy inhalation.
You can't catch your breath. You've got the vapors. Cherry red, that's how you'll know. The evidence when blood runs cold. Nobody said you need a ghost to have your house be haunted. Have your house be haunted. Have your house be haunted. Cherry red, that's how you'll know. The evidence when blood runs cold. Nobody said you need a ghost to have your house be haunted. Have your house be haunted. Have your house be haunted. Heavy weight of apprehension.
Pressing on your chest.
You're going under. Floating through the empty hallways. You haven't left your bed. Forever slumber. Cherry red, that's how you'll know. The evidence when blood runs cold. Nobody said you need a ghost to have your house be haunted. 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 That song is called Very red. And Karen Terrapata, you nailed it. It was inspired in part by The Poisoner's Handbook by Deborah Blum.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Sarah, you also nailed it. This is a song about carbon monoxide.
Not Colorado.
Not Colorado. Carbon monoxide. So there are two things to know about carbon monoxide that went into this song. One is that, as we learned in The Poisoner's Handbook, if your death is caused by carbon monoxide, when a forensic examination is done, you'll find that the blood is bright red and not dark and oxidized.
Just like this.
And cherry red is like the term that is used to describe it. So that's thing one, cherry red. And in fact, like there's some cool stories in Poisoner's Handbook about how like there were cases where it seemed like somebody had died of carbon monoxide poisoning from like the gaslighting era. And then they do the forensic examination. They're like, oh, the blood is not cherry red, it's dark. This was a murder. Like somebody like set this up to look like an accidental death, and vice versa too. There was a case where somebody thought he had accidentally murdered. He like woke up from a drunken stupor and he's like, oh no, this woman is dead in my kitchen, like I must have killed her. And then he like dismembers her body, and then it turns out like because the cherry red,
when that happens.
I know, it turns out like there was a gas leak and she just died and he just like panicked. Anyway, so that's thing one.
Thing two is that
the symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning, if there is a little bit of a gas leak in your home, for instance, strongly resemble a sort of Amityville horror style haunted house.
Yeah, you hear voices, you have oral hallucinations,
auditory hallucinations, visual hallucinations,
sense of unease.
Yeah, just like something's wrong, and trouble breathing, and like feeling like heaviness on the chest. So and there's actually this great article from a like HVAC company on their website about like about a situation where like this whole family like thought their house was, she's like, there was somebody sitting on the edge of my bed, and like we hear like people like walk around the hallways, and it turns out it's carbon monoxide poisoning. They
had a carbon monoxide leak, and they got it fixed, and it was fine.
And then it was fine.
Oh
yeah, this is also a good haunted house story from Monica.
The bastard cats.
Yeah, bastard cats are also a good explanation for hauntings. So those are the two of the elements that went into that song. And then Jeff started like.
Then what?
Well, then at the end, like
what did I do?
You tied it all together.
Oh yeah.
Because I was like, oh, I have these two ideas. Like we should put those in a song, and we did. And then at the end, Jeff was like, okay, but what if the like death by carbon monoxide poisoning is what causes this person to become the ghost that then haunts the house?
That's right.
I know. So good.
Yes. Doubly haunted.
So yeah, Cherry Red, sponsored by Wendt.Art.
BT Dubs.
And then the last thing is when we were on tour in the Midwest back in September. You should also check the Ghost File. We had a little bit of downtime by the lake in Madison, Wisconsin, and we sat for like an hour and ate some snacks and started writing that song. So that was like
that's right.
That was where that song was born.
By the lake. What lake was that?
I can't remember the name of the lake, but if anybody is Sarah and Matt, what is the name of the lake in Madison? Because it's really nice. Yeah, and we look forward to selling the jingle to the HVAC company.
Yeah, that's right. Carbon monoxide.
Which lake in Madison? I don't know, like the big one, like where you're like downtown. You're park. Like, oh, there's this like big ass lake, Mendota. Thank you.
Thank you, Kitty.
Thank you. Yeah, great. Who needs Google? We just. All right, so we have just like a little bit of our show left before we let you go. A couple of announcements. We have more live streams coming up this month. The next one is next week, December 8th.
Next week.
I know it's
so soon.
It's very soon. On December 8th, Peculiar Book Club is presenting our musical tarot show on
Yeah.
their channel, and it's a ticketed event. It's like $5, I think, and there might be some free tickets left. There's an Eventbrite link, so you can get tickets, and we're going to do a virtual version of our musical tarot show where the set list and also our destiny are determined by the cards.
Mm-hmm.
And then
December 16th is, I'm so excited.
yeah, tell them.
It is the amazing Sargasso will join us on our live stream. So Sargasso will he help us with our gift choices?
Yeah, I think he's
and
going to
stuff?
have
He's
some
gonna
gift recommendations.
That'll be great. So that'll be fun. Get your eels out for that show.
Yeah. And on December 30th, we will be doing a quarantine live stream with special guest Susan Huang, which we will be doing on location at her home.
Inside the house.
And if you don't know Susan Huang, she's an incredible musician, performer.
Oh, yeah.
She founded the Bushwick Book Club, which has inspired some of our songs and many of my songs. And she played with us at our Coney Island.
Yeah, she'll play with us
Jubilee
on a
show.
Tunes.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun.
If you're not already following us on all of the things, here are some links where you can follow us on all the things. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Spotify. And sidebar about Spotify, there's nothing wrong with listening to us on Spotify.
Nope.
It's great to listen to us on Spotify.
That's how I listen to us.
But if you really dig what you're listening to, and this goes for all artists, not just us, if you're really into it, buy some merch or download some music, because Spotify's payment rates are very low.
I mean, if you're here, you're already.
Oh yeah,
winning.
no,
You're
like
already...
this doesn't apply to you probably, for us even, but like just it's like a PSA, like in case you didn't know. Spotify doesn't pay artists much, so if you really like what you hear, it's good to supplement your Spotify with some merch purchases.
Mm-hmm.
One album is equal to about 3,000 Spotify streams, just for a frame of reference.
Yeah.
We have an email list. When the social media platforms all fall burning to the ground, we will still have your emails if you sign up for our email list, and you will find out about things that we're doing, notwithstanding the petty vagaries of the algorithm and its capriciousness. And of course we have our new Patreon, which
we have our new Patreon, which is very exciting for everybody. And I don't know, there it is.
There it is. The donation options are there. And thank you so much to Minion for pulling the levers backstage. Thank you to Eden for our social media assistance. Eden is our accomplice, really, in social media.
It's an ever-present spirit.
And I think and thank you so much to all of you for being here, for being in the chat, for hanging out with each other, for like creating this incredible community.
You're winning already. Just being here. You're the best.
You're the best. Seriously, you're the best. And we have one more song for you before we send you off back into the void from whence you came.
Yeah.
And it is a birthday dedication for Sarah.
What is this one?
What do we play for people's birthdays?
Oh yes, I didn't know if it was like.
Everything breaks down eventually, sometimes sooner than later. It's all just a matter of entropy. Thermodynamics and gravity. We're all gonna fall in the end. When you play the record, the needle gets dull. It's tragically irreversible. You know, some erosion's inevitable when you rub up against the world. You're locked in a box, try to hold your breath, conserve what remains of the air that's left. You don't breathe, you'll smother yourself, but every inhale brings you closer to death.
decomposing gradually into atoms and cells and vanity. All our constituent parts. You can't make sparks without friction, or music, or love, or non-fiction. That's just the price of admission. You can't ride the ride without wearing it out. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sarah. Happy birthday. Still locked in a box, try to hold your breath, conserve what remains of the air that's left. If you don't breathe, you're smothered yourself, but every inhale brings you closer to death. Chaos is gonna win in the end. The universe is flying apart. There ain't nothing much you can do about it. Burn up the candle, live in the dark. Burn up the candle, live in the dark. Burn up the candle, live in the dark. Burn up the candle, live in the dark.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Sarah. We're sorry.
We're sorry.
Sponsored
We're
by
not
Wendt.Art.
sorry.
Wendt.Art. All right. Thank you all so much for coming out and being part of this. We hope to see you again in real life, in the flesh, or in the ether.
Yeah. See you next week, hopefully, or the week after that, or the week after that.
Well, the week after that, we're off.
Or whatever,
But then
you
the
know.
week after that, yeah.
You know what I mean.
Anyway, we love you. We'll see you soon. Good night.